Good morning. I'm here at the UK Martial Arts Show, and I've been joined on the sofa by Lee Banda. You know, as a child, joining the British stick fighting team, Lee's one of those people that I'd heard of, but hadn't actually got to meet. And now, 20 years later, I'm getting to meet you and have a really good chat for the first time, which is pretty cool. And is there anything you want to tell us about your first trip to the Philippines?
The first trip was in 1992, and then I didn't really have a great education at school, so I didn't do geography, didn't really know where the Philippines was. And kind of put my hand up when I go.
24 hours later, are you there?
It was, I think, a long journey. Several planes as well. It was pretty tough for someone that's never been on a long trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went there and I think there was 20 of us for Breen.
Yeah.
And it was just such an experience to go away.
Yeah.
So I was more excited. I think I was quite young. There was a great team of guys and really special memories. I don't know whether it was because it was just exotic to go away or whatever, but we went there as a team and we done our best. And
You can't ask for any more, can you? And
no.
that feeling, I think, of competing for Great Britain as well.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that'll stay with you for life.
Yeah,
So
it was proud to be asked.
Yeah.
And then you just want to do your absolute best. And you know, we all done our best. It was very hot.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to the heat, and then it was almost hard to breathe in the Colosseum, and then you haven't even put on the protective padding. So it was like, oh my goodness, it was really warm. But yeah, it was a great camaraderie between all of us.
Did you, obviously you went on the team with Bob Breen, was he your main instructor to start with?
It wasn't my first instructor. I was doing karate, Shotokan karate from the age of 13, or 12 or 13, and trainibg Aikido and Yoshiba Aikido. And then I was trying to think, you know, I felt quite rigid on those styles, and was wondering what else was a bit more fluid. Although I really loved them both.
Yeah.
And then I met someone, he's a local guy from Kent called John Carrigan, and he was really into Bruce Lee. And I'd never really heard of Bruce Lee because I was that young, you know, and then I said, no, I don't know what that is. So then after a while, without Google, you can't, you know, I started to read what is Jeet Kune Do, and then I went with John Carrigan at the age of 21 to America, and we went to it was called the IMB Academy even then, and it was in Torrance, and Grandmaster Richard Bustillo was wandering around in the gym, so it's the first time I met him, and I said I'd like to learn Jeet Kune Do, but America's quite far, and he burst out laughing, and then he said, do you want to go on Bruce Lee's heavy bag? And I looked at it and went, no, because it was about 350 pounds, and he was really friendly, and do you want to come to a party, you know, he was just chuffed that we went over there, and then he recommended Bob Breen. So I thought when I get back, I'd dig out who Bob Breen is, and that was the start of learning Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, Have you got any advice to any budding martial artists who want to give Jeet Kune Do a go? Or martial arts in general, actually, because you've come from a few different styles. So
I think what Jeet Kune Do done for myself is it showed me a lot of freedom. So I didn't know if I wanted to learn to box properly, but Bob Green did do a lot of boxing, and I really enjoyed it. And I really liked the fitness of it. And then in the end, I thought, I wonder what it's like to go to a professional boxer and train properly. Well, not properly, but Bob was brilliant, but just boxing, just pros.
And that's something that you did later on in your career. You've actually been sparring partner to champion boxers, haven't you?
I have.
And I bet a lot of people don't know that about you. And
no, I keep very quiet about things because it was a very personal thing for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to the Philippines again, and I thought I really want to get good at boxing, and I want to get up like a professional and run at 5 AM with boxers, because the air's not great in Cebu.
No.
So I'd get people like Ernie, a listener, knock my door at 5 o'clock. He was a champion in the Philippines. And he'd say, "You coming running?" And you go, and we'd start to train that early in the morning, and I really enjoyed the intenseness of it. And then they go, right, come home, come to the hotel, they come back, we'd shower, and most of the time I'd actually go back to sleep because it was quite a long run. And then they'd come back again from about 2 o'clock in the afternoon until about 4 or 5. So we trained about 4 or 5 hours a day. And I really loved it, and then just got really, really into it.
Yeah.
And Jeet Kune Do taught me, it's a very free art, but we've all studied a bit of boxing, we've all studied the Muay Thai, we've all studied submissions, weapons, and I found it, you could really show me so many styles, and then you can kind of go, I really want to go in depth with this, you know.
So it kind of helps you find your way, in a way, or tools for your toolbox.
Yeah, and I think every Jeet Kune Do, I respect every Jeet Kune Do instructor there is, but everyone's kind of got their own method of it.
Yeah. So
I will go and love the stand-up of boxing, the stand-up of Muay Thai, and another person would really like, say, the Wing Chun. I've done Wing Chun, and I enjoy Wing Chun, but I love the fitness of the boxing, you know, and the kicking and the grappling, and then obviously I went into a screamer for a very long time, did that for 27 years. But yeah, and then it's an art that showed me many, many different subjects.
Yeah. I noticed that you've got, is this your club, the ICE system?
Yes.
International Combat Exercise,
yes.
Which is, it looks it looks really trendy, and the
I'm
branding
trying
looks
to
cool.
be trendy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be trendy because it was weird. I was on a train, and I was with a businessman, and the train was packed, and I'm naturally an incredibly shy person. And he said, "What's Jeet Kune Do on this packed London train?" And I went, "What?" And I had an Inner Santo hoodie on, which one of them was over there. And I said, "That's Bruce Lee's art." I was really offended. And he goes, "What's Muay Thai?" And he asked about 15 questions, 20 questions, and then he stood up and shouted, "Does anyone here know what Jeet Kune Do is?" To all these people
on the
train, and everyone went, "No, no, no, no." He said, "Okay, does anyone know what combat is?" The word combat. And everyone went like that. He goes, "Your school's got combat in it." And so I thought, okay, and then in the end I've been around the world learning. So I thought international combat. and I thought exercise, and
Yeah.
the name came ice, and I actually like it. Because so many of my teachers have gone, can you use my name? Can you use this name? Can you use... I just want to be my own person.
It's simple and it's cool. It looks trendy. It's like one of the font on it's like a college jacket.
Yeah.
And I think it is what it is. You've been around the world, you've travelled, you've looked at styles in depth, and then most people who come and do martial arts, they want exercise.
Yeah.
So I think you've hit it on the head. And I've noticed as well you've got a little stall downstairs doing some martial arts products.
Yeah.
Is there any particular products that you specialise in?
Yeah, we specialise. We actually have, we're distributors, but we specialise. We've got a kind of a family that makes martial arts equipment in the Philippines, in Cebu City. Family I really respect a lot.
Okay.
They're the children of Noel T-By, that was my boxing coach. And so we make a stream of products, like handmade in the Philippines. And we do our best for what we can, because we kind of would like to put his name to it. So we don't really want to sell. I don't want to sell cheap things. Things I want to sell quality things. Not too much quality. They're too expensive, but you know, a good quality product.
I think when it comes to weapon training in the Filipino, it's got to be a high quality, like head protection for sure. I know there's been plenty of cheaper brands making them, and trying to half price what it's physically possible to get them in from the Philippines. I know I've tried and tested some of those in the past, and the protection around the head has been pretty minimal.
Yeah.
Even though they look pretty much the same. So I think, like, for me to, if I was looking at a product as a Filipino martial arts point of view, I'd definitely want something that's high quality, that's from the Philippines, that you know and you can trust.
Well, ours has got quite a long throat protector, because we found it's very, very dangerous if you haven't got.
Flips up when
yeah, they flip up, and it takes 1 millisecond for someone to not do a normal strike and accidentally thrust. So we don't want to sell things that are dangerous. We want to sell things that you can use your screamer, you can do your harness, and you're safe. And even on the back, it's quite long at the back. But some people use the Kobada, the curve strike, and there's nothing on some of them I've seen. I'm not putting them down, but yeah, I wanted them to be approved in the Philippines, and that's what we've done. Yeah.
Have you got a website where people could maybe have a look at the range of products? I know I've looked at them myself, and I really like the design make of your boxing gloves as well.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you had some mitts, which your mitts looked smaller as well, which is nice from a coaching point of view, so that you can really get the impact and punches in.
I like them so much. I actually don't like selling the curved ones.
Yeah.
I want to keep them all. They really do, honestly. And my mate goes, Lee, sell them. Do you know what I mean? But the website's www.tibay, which is TIBAY.com. So tibuyeurope.com.
Okay.
Tibay in Cebuano means strong.
Strong. Yeah. And you have to be strong to be a stick fighter. So
yeah.
No, that's awesome. Well, I hope people are going to have a look on your website and have a look at the products. As I say, the boxing gear that you do as well, you had some training blades in there.
Yeah.
An arrangement of training sticks. Again, there's some companies that sell stuff that isn't always suitable for use for a screamer.
To be honest with you, and
it looked really good to me.
Thank you. We've only got 7 products in Europe at the moment, and that's because in business I've been really, really burned before many times. So I've dipped my toe in the sea to see if I like it and enjoy it, which I absolutely do. So we have actually got a lot more products. Yeah. And I'm going to slowly bring them to Europe.
Well, I think from talking to you earlier at your stand as well, I know you truly believe in those products as well, which is something that I know a lot of people just buy anything and sell anything if they can make a quick buck, but you know, you can see the quality and the craftsmanship in the sticks, the comfortable, the nice weights. There's not, where sometimes you can get a stick and it's like off off-weighted and
Yeah. Well,
you know,
rattan's,
so it's-
rattan's graded in the Philippines. You've got grade C, which people mostly discard,
okay.
grade B rattan and grade A rattan. And I only, the guys in the Philippines, the T-Y family, we only buy grade A rattan. So
That would explain, so say sometimes I've had stuff in and it might have dried out in shipping as well because it's had cracks all over it, so that would that have been a C-class product potentially?
Some people buy very, very cheap,
Mm-hmm.
and they're better business than me, so you know, they just want, but I don't want to put my friend's name to something. He's passed away, and out of respect I would always want to do good quality. So, and some of them are, you know, very fragile, the ones that are grade C,
Yeah.
you could probably hit a mask not hard and they would snap.
I had it once with a Gamagon.
Oh, right.
Okay, so I got this Gamagon, £20. I'm doing an annual. I hit the floor, it snaps in half.
Wow.
From a coconut wood
Which should
Gamagon,
be really...
like that should never happen.
No.
But that explains a lot then if there's different, I didn't even know, I've done the Filipino martial arts for a long time and I didn't know there was different grades.
I'm really boring,
so
I'm very thorough, and
No,
I go
that's-
to all, I really research things, and it's only
That's
because
a good thing because
Yeah,
people don't want to be buying twice either, do they? And
we don't always get it right. Sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes things break. You're hitting them with a stick at 115, 20 miles an hour,
yeah,
and some people say, "Oh, my helmet got slightly damaged," and you go, "Do you want to crash helmet?"
it's
You know,
gonna happen.
we
Yeah.
don't get many complaints, but we're trying our best, and it's actually, if you put our armour on, it resembles the samurai,
Okay.
because I wanted it cut a certain way,
Mhm.
so it looks actually cool. And I've always been to tournaments, and I thought, why is that corner arguing with that corner? And they go, well, that guy wants to be in red, and that guy wants to be in black.
Have you got it so that they reverse them?
Totally reversible.
Oh, perfect.
And I thought, why don't people do that? And so we do that. We're trying to think for everyone, because the Screamer's not a huge market, but if you do a good job, you know, it's good. And a lot of boxers in the Philippines like our gloves,
Yeah.
professional boxers as well. So, you know, we're trying our hardest and slowly getting things out there.
Well,
Excuse me.
I definitely hope people will have a look and have a look at the range of products.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to know that someone's selling top quality products for an industry where it's going to take a lot of hard pounding. So thank you for joining me on the couch
Yeah,
this
thank
morning,
you very
Lee.
much. Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
waiting.